Greetings everyone, and welcome to this Advanced Phone and Client Skills course. If you remember, at the end of BR 002.01, the Basic Phone and Client Skills course, we briefly discussed features depending on certain configuration, permissions, and hardware. The purpose of this course is to orient you on those dependencies. This roadmap presentation is for information purposes only. Roadmap information should not be relied on in making a purchasing decision. Shoretel is under no legal obligation to deliver any future products, features, or functionality within any specified time frame, if at all. Release dates and content are subject to change at Shoretel's sole discretion. Upon completion of this training module, you will be able to identify features that depend on Shoretel Connect on-site hardware, applications, and administration, assign your extension to the Shoretel Connect client softphone, add video, IM, and screen sharing to your communications, describe options for integrating external numbers, schedule and host audio and web conferences, and identify features available to members of Shoretel Connect workgroups. Our agenda consists of 3 lessons. We will start with call routing and extension assignment, move on to video, instant messaging and screen sharing, and end with workgroup features. In Lesson 1, we'll look at phone and client call management options that are only available to you if your Shoretel Connect on-site system has specific hardware or if your administrator has granted you the appropriate permissions. Depending on your Shoretel Connect system configuration, you may be able to use Shoretel Connect client from remote locations, such as a home office, without installing a separate VPN client application on your computer. If you already use Shoretel Connect client at your office, ask your Shoretel Connect administrator if you need additional details to enable remote access. The login details that your administrator provided you for Shoretel Connect client may already enable both local and remote access. Your administrator may also provide you with a VPN-enabled phone that you can use from remote locations. Your ability to use your phone from a remote location will depend on a combination of factors, including the hardware configuration of your Shoretel Connect on-site system and the type of VPN phone that you have. If you have a 400 series phone, your administrator will have to configure your phone for remote access with the address of a Shoretel Connect appliance called an Edge Gateway. Edge Gateways provide remote access for Shoretel 400 series phones and for Shoretel Connect client running on Windows or Mac OS X computers. If your Shoretel Connect system has an Edge Gateway, you can run Shoretel Connect client from remote locations without using any additional VPN client software. If you have a Shoretel IP phone with built-in VPN capability other than a 400 series model, your administrator will have to configure your phone to establish a remote connection through a Shoretel Connect appliance called a VPN concentrator. VPN concentrators support remote access for phones such as the Shoretel 655 and 230G, but do not provide remote access for Shoretel Connect client. Remote access is not something you can configure through your Shoretel phone's options menu, and usually requires configuration by a Shoretel Connect admin. Your administrator may provide you with specific instructions, however, so you can configure it yourself. Shoretel Connect client includes a built-in soft phone that allows you to use your PC or Mac as a phone and Shoretel Connect client as an interface. When your extension is assigned to the soft phone, Shoretel Connect client displays your call activity just like it does when you're assigned to a desk phone. Shoretel Connect client's dashboard displays your current extension assignment just below your name. Click on your name to open your profile panel, and notice your extension assignment options under the Incoming Calls Will Ring Your section. These options include desk phone, soft phone, and external assignment number. If you don't see the soft phone option, it is probably disabled in your Shoretel Connect user profile. Check with your Shoretel Connect administrator to see if you can be given the appropriate license and permissions to enable the soft phone option. To assign your extension to the soft phone, choose the Soft Phone Radio button. Confirm that the correct audio input is selected in the drop-down menu below this radio button. When you assign your extension to the soft phone, all of your calls will use your computer's audio input and output features. Shoretel Connect only allows your name and extension to appear on one phone at any given time. So when your extension is assigned to your computer, it no longer appears on your desk phone. Instead, your phone displays the word anonymous. Anonymous phones cannot receive inbound calls, but can still make outbound calls, though with limited permissions. When you assign your extension to Shoretel Connect client's soft phone, your laptop will play a ringtone instead of your desk phone. You can select a ringtone from a set of presets in the Notifications panel in the Preferences window. You can also add your own WAV files to the list by clicking Add New Sound. If you're not sure how to produce your own sound files in the appropriate format with an audio editing program, You can use Shoretel Connect client to download a voicemail as a WAV file and add it to the notification sound list. All Shoretel phones let you choose a ringtone from your phone's options menu. All phones are configured with at least 4 sets of ringtones, with each set containing different sounds for internal and external calls. If you have a Shoretel IP 655 or a 400 series phone, you can choose a ringtone from Shoretel Connect client's desk phone panel in the Preferences window. Shoretel Connect administrators can also change your current ringtone for you, and may even install custom sounds that your phone can download during startup. If the external assignment radio button is available on your profile page, you can assign your extension to a phone number outside of the Shoretel Connect system. A common scenario for this is to assign your extension to your mobile phone or your home landline. Shoretel Connect routes inbound calls to that number instead of your desk phone or soft phone. Unlike call forwarding, which only affects inbound calls, external assignment also affects outbound calls initiated from the Shoretel Connect client, presenting your enterprise caller ID instead of the external number. To configure external assignment, click Select Number in the dropdown, and then enter the external number and a label to allow you to easily identify it later on. In this example, the external number is for an iPhone, so we have labeled it accordingly. Notice that you can configure a second external number as well as additional options. After entering the external number, click the Use Selected Number button. Your extension is now assigned to the external number, and your inbound calls are no longer routed to your desk phone. Again, you can only assign your extension to one device at a time, so if your user profile has an assigned IP desk phone, that phone will now display anonymous. This simply means that it is still assigned to you, but your extension has been assigned to another device. If you call someone while your extension is assigned to an external number, Shoretel Connect sets up the call in 2 steps. First, Shoretel Connect calls you at your external number. Second, after you accept this call, you will hear Shoretel Connect calling the number you dialed. Your call will appear to come from your enterprise number instead of your external number, so the other party won't know that you're calling from a cell phone or landline. This process is often referred to as reverse dial. When your Shoretel Connect profile is configured with external numbers, you can enable a feature called simultaneous ringing. This causes all of your phones to ring at the same time when someone calls your extension. You can answer the call from any one of the ringing phones, and later move the call from one phone to another without disconnecting or manually transferring the call. For instance, you can move a call from your desk phone to your cell phone and later move it back to your desk phone. After a simultaneous ringing call is established, you can initiate a call move from a Shoretel IP phone soft key, a programmed phone button through Shoretel Connect client, or star code *23 on the phone. During a call move, the call goes on hold and simultaneous ringing resumes on all of your phones. Until you pick up the call again, the other caller hears silence. Find Me lets you configure external phone numbers as forwarding destinations, so that if you miss an incoming call at your primary phone, the caller can request that the call be forwarded to your Find Me destinations by pressing 1 at the voicemail prompt. After pressing 1, the caller hears a message that the Find Me destinations are being called. If the call is not accepted at either of the Find Me destinations, the call is sent to voicemail. Shoretel Connect does not automatically inform callers that the Find Me option exists, so you'll probably want to mention this option in your voicemail greeting. You can configure the Find Me feature in Shoretel Connect client, or a Shoretel Connect administrator can configure it for you. When you set up basic or availability-based call routing, all inbound calls will be handled the same way. If you want inbound calls to be routed based on other factors, such as the day of week or the caller's number, use Connect Client's Power Routing feature to define your own rules. For example, if your calls are usually forwarded to voicemail when you're out of office, you could create a rule that makes an exception for calls from external numbers. Apply it only to when your availability is set to out of office, and set calls matching these conditions to forward to, let's say, Andy Android. Finally, this is what the completed power routing rule looks like. You may have noticed that Shoretel Connect client displays a camera icon in various places in its user interface. When your extension is assigned to the Shoretel Connect client soft phone, you can click the camera icon to add video to your phone calls. Video calls require certain permissions and licenses that can only be assigned to you by your Shoretel Connect administrator. An administrator may enable you to video calls in either standard or high-definition resolution, and may restrict your video calls to other users on the same local area network only. Video calls do not require any specific hardware configuration in your Shoretel Connect on-site system. Note that although Shoretel Connect mobility users can also make video calls to one another with iOS and Android devices, you cannot add video to calls between Shoretel Connect client and Shoretel Connect mobility iOS and Android clients. The video panel in the Preferences window lets you choose how you want inbound video call requests to be handled. For example, you can choose to have Shoretel Connect client automatically accept video call requests or to prompt you to accept video call requests. When you click the camera icon, the other party will see a new panel open to display your video stream, along with a notification about the added video and a prompt to add video to their side of the call as well, if they choose. Note that Shoretel Connect client must be configured to use the appropriate camera on your computer. To choose the appropriate camera, open the video panel in Shoretel Connect client's Preferences page. In addition to initiating phone calls, you can also conduct instant messaging sessions with others in your organization within Shoretel Connect client. Simply type in the text field at the bottom of their contact panel. IM sessions can include more than one user. You can invite additional users by clicking the Add User icon, identifying who you want to include, and clicking the Add Contact to Conversations button. Unlike video communications, instant messaging is only available if your Shoretel Connect on-site system includes a service appliance, which also supports audio and web conference. Your administrator must also assign you to a service appliance, or Shoretel Connect client won't include an IM text field when you open another user's contact panel. You can also share your screen with other Shoretel Connect client users without opening a new browser window by clicking the Share icon whenever it appears in Shoretel Connect client. You can share a specific window, your entire desktop, or a rectangular region of your desktop. Shoretel Connect client users can accept an invitation to view the shared screen, viewing it in a panel that opens in Shoretel Connect client itself, without having to open a new browser window. Screen sharing is only available if your Shoretel Connect on-site system includes a Shoretel service appliance, if it is configured with the appropriate licenses, and if your Shoretel Connect administrator has configured your account with the appropriate features and permissions to collaborate with other users. You can also invite other users to your screen sharing session with the Add User icon. Other users will receive a screen sharing notification in their dashboard. After clicking the icon to accept the invitation, a new panel opens with the shared screen. Notice that each panel includes a Minimize button on the top right. This allows you to collapse one panel while leaving another open, providing more real estate. You can also put another user's shared screen in full screen mode by clicking the full screen icon in the panel's top right corner. The Shoretel Connect client's Events panel presents a tabbed list of upcoming and past scheduled events and lets you create new events and send invitations to participants. Meetings that appear in the Events panel may present a Join Meeting button, so you can attend the meeting without opening a separate application. Events are only available if your organization uses Microsoft Exchange and if you use Microsoft Outlook for email. If you don't have access to Outlook and/or Exchange, you can still schedule and attend conferences, but they will not appear in the Events panel, and you will have to join the meetings with a web browser, opening the URL of Shoretel Connect Conferencing for Web. Other attendees will also need the conference URL to join. To create a new event, simply click New Event at the bottom of the Events panel. The new event panel will open. Enter the details about the event you want to create, such as name, agenda, date and time, and participants. You can also establish the type of conference as collaborative or custom, upload content for presentation, or establish an optional meeting password. Finally, click Create Event Invite and send it to other attendees. If you create a custom event and specify other users as participants, those users will then see the event in Shoretel Connect client. When Microsoft Exchange delivers the invitations, Shoretel Connect client will display the event in the Events panel in the Upcoming tab. Note that if you do not have the collaboration feature enabled or the required permissions in place, Shoretel Connect client will present an error, indicating that you should contact your Shoretel Connect administrator. And when it comes to hosting an event, you'll see a combination of controls, a list of attendees, muting and unmuting and dial-in info, as well as other options such as a real-time agenda. A workgroup is a group of users that receives incoming calls, typically in a call center environment. When a workgroup is configured in Shoretel Connect on-site, inbound calls are put into a queue and distributed to individual agents in a predefined order, such as their order in a list or the elapsed time since their last call. Agents can log into one or more workgroups at the same time and handle inbound calls until they log out, with brief breaks in between calls to perform wrap-up tasks. Shoretel phones and the Shoretel Connect client offer workgroup-related features that are only available to users who have been granted a specific access license. These features include the ability to log into or out of their assigned workgroups, identify the queue from which an inbound call is received, interact with other workgroup members during a call, through, for instance, barging in, and monitor workgroup call queues. The specific features that appear in Shoretel Connect client depend on whether the user has the role of a workgroup agent or that of a workgroup supervisor. For each role, Shoretel Connect offers a corresponding access license that an administrator can assign to users so that they can use the appropriate features. Users with Workgroup Agent or Workgroup Supervisor client licenses have a Workgroups button in the dashboard for access to the queue monitor and Workgroup voicemail. Users with a Workgroup Supervisor client license also have access to the Agent Monitor tool in the Workgroups panel. The Agent Monitor panel lets supervisors monitor and manage workgroup agents. Here we can see all of the various agents and their current status, as well as change that on their behalf. On the bottom, there are also settings options. These allow supervisors to configure alerts and alert thresholds for different workgroups. And with that, you've now completed this module. So let's quickly look at additional steps you may take to utilize what you've learned. We would encourage you to download the student guide in the LMS. Simply navigate in the LMS to this course, view the course, and you will see a resources button. Exercise your advanced skills with a Shoretel IP phone. If and when you get access to Shoretel Connect client, exercise your advanced skills with that as well, and preferably use the phone and client together if you can. Finally, take the evaluation, which will then give you access to take the certification exam for this course. Thank you very much.